Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battling video, and today is my first impressions, early reactions to Ultraman. Now, I think Ultraman, I haven't used him myself, I've just played against him, and I've seen gameplay people have been sending me on Discord. I don't have him yet. He looks amazing. You see on the right side right here, look at this. These are all fixed battles, but take a look at this. Ultraman flies over, he has piercing on his Ultra Disc, or whatever it's called, and he totally just takes out basically my entire Kamakuris push and Super X in 2 hits. Ultraman, just from what I've been seeing, looks to be a phenomenal unit. I can't really determine what makes him go into the air or not. I believe it's who he's targeting. So you can see he's targeting my leader from outside of leader range, mind you. So from the same distance that Ultima targets, he's on the ground. But when he's targeting a flying unit, he's in the air and he's flying. So Ultraman seems to be, hitting. It's in the sky, he's flying and he's hitting it, and if it's on the ground, he's hitting it. And he hits flyers no matter what he's targeting, right? He's got piercing, so he's coming in the air, wham, and he's immune to the ground. He's coming on the ground, wham, throwing his discs out. He's just killing everything. Ultraman is kind of cracked. I don't think he's going to be meta right now. Ultraman, huge meta potential. Out of any of the units that I've said are going to be really good or will be meta, Ultraman is at one point in time going to be meta. I promise you. Once we get enough pieces for him and he's at level 10 or 15, he's going to be cracked out of his mind. He's hitting from Ultima's distance, just about Ultima's distance with piercing. He's 5 energy and he can hit air and ground. He could totally avoid the ground unit if he's in the air. He's fast. He has a 2.6 or maybe 2.5 second. I think it's 2.6 second attack speed. Man, Ultraman, first reactions right out the rip, a phenomenal unit. He's a 4-star, so it's going to take him a long time to get to where he needs to be, but he's super tanky. Like, you've seen this fixed battle right here. Biollante and the 2 M-Boss are going after him like crazy, and he's able to tank so many hits. Not as much as, as Godzilla Earth or maybe GD9, but way more than you would expect for a 5 cost, let alone someone like him. But you can see, the range is phenomenal. Range is one of the best statistics in the game. One of the best things you can have on a character is range. Ultraman has incredible range. He's very cost effective. Most meta units are in between 5, 6, or 7 costs. And for him to be 5 is great. He could replace a Super X in your deck. If you no longer want to run Super X, or you think Super X's are becoming too much of a problem, run Ultraman. If you get him at a high enough level, throw him in there instead of Super X. Same cost, comparable range, right? You're getting a little less range, but piercing. Piercing is incredible. Only 2 other units have piercing. Earth and Desghidorah. Desghidorah is a phenomenal unit. Also one of the better units in the game. One of the best. Earth as well is one of the most fantastic units in the game that we have too. Because of the piercing allows them to do so much. Ultraman has it. And he attacks faster than Earth does. I think his speed is around the same as Desghidorah. I think Desghidorah is like 2.7 or 2.8. Ultraman is 2.6. Incredible, right? I'm just off the cuff riffing my first reactions, but I have, just from what I've seen today, nothing but praise. Nothing but praise for Ultraman. He's definitely not going to be seeing play next month, though, unless you wailed on him, right? The same thing, this happens to all the 4-stars. It's the 4-star curse. This season at level 10, Ultraman's going to be cracked out of his mind. He's going to be in a ton of decks. I can already see it. He's showing to be very, very good. But obviously there's going to be stuff that counters him. Oh, I totally forgot that he's immune to stun as well. Only Girth is immune to stun. Now Ultraman is as well. So that's just another thing going for him. He has so much going for him. He can be taken down. You have to be smart about it. You got to be taking down from range or using something with a lot of health, because that piercing is going to make quick work of a Kamakuris push. He's not like a G89 where, I can drop Manila and G89 and kind of Manila and Kamakuris and kind of call it a day with whoever put a G89 on the field. Ultraman's going to go right through them. It's because of the piercing. The piercing and stun resistance makes him phenomenal. If he didn't have either of those things, he would just be like an okay unit. But because he cannot be stunned, which means I don't think he can be redirected either with the stuns. And the piercing with his range is just a soup. It's just a soup for meta. But he's a 4-star. So he's going to be rentable at level 10 this season, max. And then he's not going to be seen. Right? He's not going to be seen for maybe a month or 2. Because people are still going to be unlocking him. right? After his rank goes away, he's going to be really weak for most players. Most free-to-play players, and I'm going to count you if you buy the pass every season for nothing else, I'm counting you as free-to-play. The most the free-to-play player is going to get is probably a level 2, Ultraman from this season, right? It's going to take them a long time to get him level 10, but someone who's whaling, someone who is just dropping dough, breaking bank on Ultraman, I don't know why you wouldn't be using Ultraman. He has so much going for him, and this is a fair battle on the screen right now, and he's going crazy. You can see on the left, like, Girth hit him in 2 hits, right? But Girth is also a monster, right? With the 33% boost over there. But can attack outside of leader range, piercing, resistant to stun, flies so he can avoid ground units, hits air and hits ground. 5 cost. The 5 cost is great because we all assume maybe he's going to be 6 or higher. The 5 is phenomenal. I've been ranting about the same things this whole time. I'm just gassed for Ultraman. He's looking very, very, very strong. Meta this season, maybe, I think, because at level 10, it's hard to compete in rank 65 with level 10 4-star at this stage in the game because a lot of people are having them at like 15 or higher. Like, I know my average 4-star level is like 10, with the exception of some of the more newer ones. But he'll be able to definitely provide some assistance to your deck because of the range, right? It's not like Shin Godzilla, who has to get super, super close, and then he's going to get cooked. Ultraman's range, I can pair him up with Ultima. Ultima and Ultraman right next to each other, piercing, and then the huge beam. It's going to be a really scary combo. He's definitely replacement Super X if you can get him at the proper levels. I'm a huge fan of Ultraman. I am so excited to level him up and play around with him at high ranks and high levels and see what he is all about. So, do you have Ultraman yet? Do you enjoy him? Are you having fun with him? What do you think about him? What are your thoughts? Thank you all so much for watching my quick ramblings about Ultraman. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.